Hello again. Today I have a special guest, which is my voice. Normally I just start recording and play a level. It's usually faster and easier. But if there is some stuff that might be confusing if you just see it, I would rather explain it. That's what I'm going to do this time. Since I've done so many changes to Blink already, as I said in the previous video, she's become my favorite character. I've added a lot of moves to her. I've been enjoying a lot playing with her, with her teleportation, with her portals. And this is yet another update. I've added some new stuff. We'll try to make this video a compilation of it all as I explain it. I hope it doesn't become annoying. Here I go. So first thing, her first power, the Javelins, usually only did some damage, and it shot a few projectiles that, to begin with, they were not too easy to hit with, because they would go in a big angle, and they would often go right through the sides of an enemy without hitting them. So I've narrowed that angle a little, and also added a teleportation effect to the projectile. So now when they hit an enemy, the enemy will be teleported away from her. You can use it to keep enemies at bay as you deal damage to them. And if you actually keep holding the button of the power, you will be teleported forward. If they are looking at you, they will be teleported towards you and potentially past your position. So if you combine both, you can have a greater control over where they will end up.
Better luck next time.
I thought the normal power wasn't too great to use normally, so this is what actually her javelins are supposed to do, to create new portals, to teleport enemies. So I hope this is a more fun way to use them. Now her second power, her teleport attack. In the previous update, I had already changed the way that teleport flurry works. This time I've also made changes to the basic teleport attack. In this case, not only I changed the animation, I made it cause knockback to enemies, and now it can also be chained repeatedly by pressing the button again. So sometimes you might be able to hit. Unfortunately, it's quite energy consuming. I've considered rebalancing it, but I don't want to mess too much with that or with the damage. Maybe in some other update, but for now, at least there is the option of using it repeatedly. It's just another way to attack, another possibility. Teleport flurry is unchanged since the last update. You can use it, you can cancel it in the middle of an attack, so you can keep attacking one of the enemy you've teleported last to, instead of continuing to teleport to other enemies and then return to the original position. So there is that possibility. Also, it causes a stun, which it didn't originally. I thought the basic version was also kind of limited, so now there is more uses to it. It can also be cancelled in the new kidnapping move if you press the grab button or the heavy attack button during the attack. Blink can actually grab an enemy during the move. She will chain into that, but if you actually hit them, she will use her grab smash, which you can continue in a normal grab move, grab attacks, or chain again into grab smash, or I said, if they are too close to a wall, the move might still fail, so you can still use the grab smash by pressing the heavy attack button and then the grab button. This can still be chained into itself, just like the other version. It's just different chains between different attack, different cancellation routes. As I was saying, you can press attack and then grab, and you can press grab attack again and then she will teleport with an enemy to the previous position where she used the teleport attack from. That it might sound confusing. So a simple example, I will use a teleport attack from here, then move here, grab him, and then use kidnap. When I use kidnap with him, I will teleport to the last position of a teleport attack or teleport flurry. It will be like a marker. If you also press block button with the jump button, it's what I call recall, reference to Elder Scrolls there. You will be teleported to that position, not necessarily carrying an enemy with you. So you can use that creatively. There are maybe some uses you can think of with teleporting back and forth. So there's that. Now the next change would be if you also during the kidnapping move, instead of pressing again the grab button, you play the jump button, you can teleport in the direction you are pressing instead of actually teleporting all the way back to the marker. So kidnapping can be used in two different ways. If the marker is in another position you don't really care about at that time, you can still teleport forward in a direction along with an enemy. Now, another thing I've added since the last version is this. I've added an aerial version of the teleportation, so you can pretty much fly now. She's a teleporter, so why not? Teleporting through the air is actually pretty fun on its own. She still has her normal teleport assigned to double jump or to block plus the grab button. And another thing that I changed is the distance of the teleports, because before the normal teleport would actually move a big distance if you had last used the teleport flurry, or a shorter distance if you had last used the teleport attack. Strange bug there, but they changed the code a little, so normal teleport will always be long range, and the aerial teleport will always be a shorter range if you need more precision when moving, or if you just want to jump to get through an obstacle or whatever to reach a higher place.
I'm really sorry about that.
If you combine all these things together, there's a lot of potential. There's a lot of things you can do if you just play a little bit creatively. And now onto her portals. Last update I already had added a number of portals that can be used like traps. In this version I've also added some more. I will start with the ones that were already made before, just to keep them all together. The first portal, let's say it's portal type 1, it's the Repel portal. Pressing the heavy attack button twice, you will create a portal that just sends enemies away from you a short distance, nothing too fancy. It's like a shield, like a barrier. Getting that guy down from there will be hard. I think I will actually keep him there. Oops, wrong button. I just hit recall. So first portal, type 1 for repelling enemies. They will be moved a short distance. This I added a small visual effect. They will get invisible and actually looked teleported in the direction instead of just causing knockback. I think it looks just a bit better like that. Now the second type of portal is pressing the heavy attack button and then normal attack. It will cause enemies to be teleported forward, just like holding the button with the javelins. So normally if they are looking at you, they will be teleported towards you. Similar way, but now with the portal trap. not a big distance, just so you can keep them under control in the vicinity. Now the third type of portal is created with heavy attack and jump. This one is meant to get rid of one enemy for a short time. It will try to send them a longer distance away, as long as there is a space for it. Sometimes there isn't, as you can see with this guy. He's just falling in place. The other one did leave. He was sent somewhere over here. So it's like similar to the others, but a longer distance. As long as there is a space in the direction they are sent. Now, the fourth type of portal, these ones are new in this version, not too different, just subtle differences to have more control over the enemies. I will kill someone because I'm getting a lot of damage here. Actually from these guys, the ranged. Yeah, good of hell. Now, as I was saying, the fourth type of portal is created with attack and grab. I have to take a break, my voice abandoned me. So, the fourth type of portal is similar to the first. It will just send them enemies away from you, but a longer distance. Not a big difference there, but just to keep combining them all together depending on the situation. Now, the fifth type of portal, created with attack and jump, will send enemies away from you, but also in the air. It will pop them, and you can use that to, as you can see, to drop them off the map, if you so wanted. Just another variation.
Who's next?
The humans are advanced.
That is the last type of, let's say, normal portals. There is a couple more. What I call the sixth type of portal is, I call it the anti-boss portal. It's more expensive, more powerful. It's supposed to be used against bosses. It can affect them, it can teleport them, it can also block projectiles. And it's created with attacking twice and then pressing the grab button. There's a bug guy here. This can happen sometimes, especially in this level. I don't know why, but there's a bug, not specifically with Blink. If you throw more than one enemy off the map at the same time, that can happen. Sometimes you can get frozen and you will lose control and you have to exit the level. Don't know what causes it, but the best way to avoid it is to drop enemies away one by one, or sometimes to use a power immediately after doing it. So, if you use the anti-boss portal, another special property of it is that you can choose the direction in which enemies are teleported. So, if you create this and then look down, the enemy will be teleported in that direction. As you can see, you can choose as soon as you move. This depends on the direction Blink is moving at the time they are hit by the portal. So if that guy over there came here, I was looking that way, he will be teleported that way. It's not the direction at the time of creating the portal. This can be very useful. You can use the same portal to send enemies in different directions. But as I said, it's supposed to be a more powerful and more expensive portal. You're not supposed to spam it. So just another way to use it, and a resource that you can use against bosses which are normally not affected by the rest of the portals. You can see there how I can choose the direction by moving immediately after they are hit. I will also show that how it works against a boss, which can be pretty much cheating, but it's all for fun. So I may try to better balance it later, but I don't know. I think it's another fun way to do things. So for now, I will show it, and if you want, just give me your thoughts in the comments. The last type of portal I will show later with another character. For now, I will actually finish the level because I am actually running out of time. I may not be able to finish it. Not like it matters much, but let's try to kidnap Pybok here. There he goes. Again. And he's gone. Sometimes it's, of course, not that easy, but this time I pretty much got him twice. We're quite lucky he didn't freeze me. Another thing you can do with bosses in this case, if you are lucky, if you take care with your moves, if you don't just squander your energy, just another thing you can do. And if there is, of course, a pit nearby, because it's not everywhere you can just drop an enemy off the map. So, just another thing you can do. Now, the last thing I can show is I think the 6th type of portal. It's meant to be used in teams. So I will add another character. It doesn't really matter who. Okay, here we have Spider-Man with us. This portal is created with heavy attack and block. Because of the way it's coded, it looks a bit off when you create it. It can be made in different directions around you. It doesn't matter much other than it doesn't look perfect, but that portal is useful to use with allies. If they ever get stuck, if they need to get over an obstacle or behind a wall or whatever, or just for fun, like everything else. Create one of these portals here, create another here, choose, change the character, run into the portal, and you will be teleported in the direction you approached it. Repeatedly, they will be there for a few seconds, just like the other portals. And there's that, just another way to use the portals, this time with allies. Came up with that, I thought it might be fun, with potential to be used creatively again. So, just another thing you can do with that. Another thing I mentioned before is how you can use the boss portals to block projectiles. If you see the range guys, that guy shouldn't be able to shoot me through the portals, because this is one of the expensive ones, the anti-boss portals. So that's yet another property of this. The other ones don't protect you from projectiles. They are cheaper, they are not supposed to be powerful barriers against everything. So, yet another difference between all of these portals that I've added. I thought I should explain, because if you just see them, it may not be easy to understand what is happening exactly. And I think that's it. I think now I've actually covered all the changes. I hope people like them at least as much, or a portion of of the fun I have while I make this, and then while I play with them. I hope it wasn't annoying as I explained all of this, and see you next time. A fate worse than death.